Well, it is the last day of 2021.
Thank the good Lord.
We just woke up and it's like 9 o'clock. Had a glorious night's sleep. And Jen is making Bloody Marys. So we're going to head on over. And man, the sun is out. Look at that. I'm not going to shine the camera that way, but you can see the sun is rising in the east over here. Columbia River is right behind us. It is cold outside. Well, we were just getting ready to head over to the Juleses because we were promised these Bloody Marys, but they were delivered by the Juleses.
Just the kind of folks we are.
You want your jacket off?
So anyway,
I hope it's okay.
we're about to find out.
First time making
Nothing like Bloody Marys on New Year's Eve at
Okay.
9:30 in the morning.
Cheers.
Well, here's to you, and
What are you drinking?
here's the celery in your eye. Ooh.
Like? Okay, you gotta go see Daddy. You're freaking me out.
Yeah, that's gonna hit the spot today. What a wonderful way to start an absolute drop dead gorgeous day. Well, Happy New Year. We are out at Columbia River RV, Columbia Riverfront RV, out on the Columbia River, which is right behind us here. And the temperatures have not got above 36.
Yes, I believe so. 34, 36.
Yeah, and at night it's been dropping down into the upper teens, lower 20s. And so we thought we would discuss a couple tips, I guess, for winter camping. And I guess it's good to note why we like winter camping first. Why do we like to camp in the winter?
It's just getting away, having a relaxing time, going with friends. We enjoy going camping every month. So if it's winter, spring, summer, or fall, we're out here.
Yeah. And for me, camping in the winter offers a whole different, the campgrounds are different. There's less people.
Very quiet.
The kids aren't out, riding their bikes through the campground and making noise and whatnot. And so it's a lot more peaceful in the wintertime, but it doesn't come without its challenges.
Right. As we came up here, we got up here and there was probably about 2 inches of snow. So you need to make sure that you have extra propane.
So let's dive into the tips then. I think number one is to live the Scout motto and be prepared. And that would include
propane, heaters, blankets. We have several blankets, one really good heavy blanket, and then a couple other small ones in case, the electricity goes out or we run out of propane.
Right.
Which, if you're prepared, you'll have enough propane.
Right, so we topped off the propane tanks the day before we came out, made sure that, we didn't have any leaks there. We made sure that our Mr. Buddy heater had propane. And we're going to talk about a good Mr. Buddy heater usage in a second. Making reservations at a park that has electric.
Right.
So that you're going to be plugged in.
Which this one has, the water is heated. I mean, the pipes are heated.
Right.
To the spigot
After the spigot, you're on your own.
You're on your own. So we we filled up and then put the hose away so that it wouldn't freeze.
Yeah, when we first got into the camp, the camp host said that it'd be a good idea to go ahead and fill your fresh tank because their water lines aren't having any issues, but unless you have a insulated hose going into your trailer, you're going to deal with frozen water. We did. We filled our fresh tank, and then we filled it again today.
Right.
You know, and it's worked perfect. We've had no issues with water at all. So tip number 1 is to be prepared. Just come ready. Stock up the refrigerator just in case you get
stuck.
Yeah, if you get stuck here for another night, you better have another day or so worth the food. And we were coming for New Year's, so we're camping with friends, so we were kind of prepared to go with some extra
snacks,
food, all that kind of stuff. If need be, bring a case of bottled water. But again, water hasn't been an issue. Okay, tip number 2 is, kind of goes with be prepared, but check the weather and make sure that the roads are going to be clear before you get out here. We came down here on noon on Thursday, and the roads were fine until you got, off the beaten path.
Off the freeway.
And then it was a little icy and slushy. It wasn't enough that we couldn't manage it.
Right.
But once we got into the campground, I had to put the truck in 4-wheel drive. And then right after that, they plowed and cleaned up all the roads.
Call the facility that you're going to. See how the campground is. Because when I talked to the lady on Thursday morning, she said that they were getting ready to plow and make sure that everything was good to go.
But they didn't start that until after we got in. And again, it was no big deal at all. I just clicked it to 4-wheel drive, and I think it was just to get around some of the corners that hadn't been plowed yet, and we were fine. And then tip number 3 is, again, be prepared to relax.
Yeah.
You might not go on long hikes. You might not go on, you might not.
Well, it's like
we drove into town the other day, but
we were going to take the dogs for a walk along the riverbank, but with 2 inches of snow and it's icy now, that their feet get way too cold fast.
Yeah, it's not good for their pads.
It's not good for them, so we can take them around the loop because there's no snow or, well, there's a little bit of snow and ice, but there's not that much. But yeah.
And if you're going to camp with dogs, and if you're familiar, please put in the comment section below whether I'm right or wrong. But I heard somewhere that if you go outside and you put your bare hand on the pavement and it's uncomfortably hot or uncomfortably cold, then it's going to be uncomfortably hot and uncomfortably cold for your dogs too. And so we just, kind of hunker down. Like I said, we went into town yesterday, hit the antique shops a little bit, and then came back and just settled down for New Year's Eve. And
then again today, we're just relaxing.
We have no plan whatsoever.
Nope.
You can go outside and you can hear a pin drop out there. And that is the big part of this winter camping that we enjoy the most, is the peace and quiet, and the whole environment changes when you're out here.
Especially since this was New Year's Eve and we're in Washington and they allow fireworks, and we didn't hear but maybe 2 gunshots last night.
Or whatever it was, fireworks going off.
So that was really, to us, that was very important.
Because Sadie could not handle the fireworks at all. And she never got shaky last night at all. Didn't pant, nothing. It was... it's really nice for us to get away and have somewhere this close to home that we could go and be away from all that.
I got a tip number 4 for you.
Oh.
Because I really didn't think about it, but with the snow and the ice, I needed to bring extra boots, and I did not bring like winter boots. I have my rain boots, but I would have to put like 30 pairs of socks just to keep my feet warm to go around. So just kind of think about the weather and what you're going to need, unless you're going to hunker down and stay in your trailer. But if you have pets and you know that you're going to be walking around, gloves, coat, boots.
Yeah, just be prepared.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you the bonus on using your Mr. Buddy, because we went to dump our tanks and all of our valves are froze. Again, can't say it enough. We appreciate each and every one of you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you in the next video.